Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Blended Sense Walk and Talk. I'm your host, President and co-founder, Albert Baez. This beautiful morning brings us to North Lake Travis in Valente at the beautiful restaurant and gift shop attraction, the Oasis. This morning, I have a guest who is a friend of the company. She is incredible at what she does. Every single event we ever see her at, it feels like the entire crowd is just attracted towards talking to her, understanding what she's doing, what's the pulse of real estate, title, buying homes, selling homes here in Austin, Texas. And I can't wait to share with y'all. Today, let's give a huge welcome to our guest, Miss Jen Johnson.
Hey, thank you for having me, Albert. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so pumped to walk and talk with you. Awesome outfit, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you guys said athleisure, and I was like, I can nail that.
What did the kids say? You understood the assignment.
I understood the assignment. 20 years of coaching volleyball will do that to you. You become a huge fan of being comfortable in what you're wearing, for sure.
What a beautiful spot.
Isn't this a great spot?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so much more than what people normally think. I think they think Oasis and they think drinks, food, that kind of stuff, but there's really a lot out here to do. You can come out and enjoy. Of course, they have a beer food truck down there. We've got barbecue, there's gift shops, there's a coffee shop, and I didn't even realize there's an ice cream shop, and we love ice cream in my house. I don't know about you guys, but we love ice cream,
non-stop.
So cannot wait to come back.
My number one chore is going to get ice cream for the house, so.
Especially now when it's going to be triple digits. I think we're on record-setting pace. We've had 26 triple-digit days already.
Unbelievable.
Just started, yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. So you are a business developer, you work in business development at Chicago Title.
I do,
and,
I do.
I know anyone who's bought a home has probably heard the word title.
Oh yeah.
Most of us that haven't bought a home out there maybe have not and don't understand exactly how that plays in the real estate world and buying a home and the transaction.
Absolutely.
So I can't wait to dig into that. I would say first let's tell the people a little bit about you, how you landed at Chicago Title.
Okay. Yeah.
And then let's get into what title really is and means.
Absolutely, yeah. So my previous career was a volleyball coach, high school teacher, and a club volleyball director. I actually owned my own club. After playing volleyball at Texas A&M, it was a natural fit for me to go right into coaching people to do what I learned to do, and I had great mentors, so it ended up being a great career. What I realized really quickly, as my son finished his freshman year of high school, was I would never see him play football. And so for me, it was important to be able to experience my kids going through high school. So I called a friend and said, okay, what do you do? Because you are at your kids' stuff all the time. Looks like you're having fun. You're out meeting people. Yeah. And she said, I'm in title. And I was like, awesome. So unfortunately, they didn't have a title position open when I moved back to Austin, but they did have home warranty. So I got my start in the industry in home warranty. Did it for about 10 months.
Wow.
Met the president of Chicago Title, who's also an Aggie. And he told me that I would come work for him one day. Don't you love that? I was like, what? I don't even know what I'm doing. I just got into this industry. But that was my start. I met a few people in the company that are my teammates now, and just was so impressed with the caliber of person, how servant heart leaders they are. They just really are about helping clients really have the best experience and are very knowledgeable. So I thought, I'm going to jump in. So my second year, I started, this is a good story. Smack dab, I got hired end of March 2019, onboarded on March 31st, and got shut down for COVID on April 1st, and sent home with a laptop, not knowing anything about what to do as a business development rep for Title, because I'd spent 10 months in home warranty. What I did have is a teammate that was phenomenal, and he reminded me that all the tools and skills that I had as a coach and a teacher helping kids win, building programs and teams that win, is exactly what real estate agents and lenders are doing. And so my job was literally to do the same kind of thing, is really invest in them and figure out what systems and strategies could help them grow and hit their goals. It's just a different topic. And so the good thing about COVID was that it made me really dig into the tools, resources, learn the business, learn the industry. And I had lots of time to do it. So I spent my first 6 months really digging in, becoming just a student of what it takes in real estate to succeed, and then understanding what we do at Title. So I'm excited to be able to share that, because when I started, I had no idea. And the best advice I got was, your closing teams are the experts at closing transactions. They've been doing it, so rely on them, lean on them. them. Your job is to go out, build relationships, add value to your clients, share what we are and who we're about at Chicago Title and how we do business, so we can attract those people to come close with us.
Wow.
Yeah,
incredible.
it's really cool.
I stopped here because we're about to enter this incredible view for everybody to see. I hope we can get the drone up.
Yeah. I know, the drone would be awesome, although we were just talking about how low the lake is. So when I left the area in 2015, I was the head volleyball coach at Lake Travis and took another job back in College Station. The lake was like this. It was down really low. And right before we left, we had this massive rainstorm and it filled all the way up within like a couple of weeks. So I was like, oh man. So I know it's upsetting to like see the lake how it is right now, but it's going to come back.
What a view.
I fully believe that. It'll come back.
What a view.
Yeah, this is unreal.
My goodness. Let's sit here for a second.
Yeah.
And talk about what this word title means.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I know it. I think where I know it the most is in cars, right? If you own a car, you have the title of that vehicle. If you're going to sell it, you need to have the title in order to sell it. Is that the same
Similar, okay. So we're a title insurance company. So we are protecting your investment when you buy a home, correct? So what we do is we dig in and make sure there are no liens, that that nobody can come in and basically claim deed on that home. So we actually dig in and look at all the documents to make sure that's all clear. And if there's things that aren't clear, we work to clear that up before it closes, so that when we pass on the title to you, it's clean and free, and you can like with confidence say, oh my gosh, this house is mine. I don't have to worry about anything else. And then we insure it so that if for whatever reason we may have missed something and someone comes back and says, no, this house is mine, then we insure it for the full purchase price of the home. So, and then go to work for you. So really and truly that would actually mean that we'd hire lawyers and go fight and make sure and say, no. We actually did our due diligence and that home is theirs, and it's pretty cool.
Where's all that information stored? Like, so when you guys are doing your due diligence,
so it's awesome. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Oh no, you're great.
So we
enthusiasm.
Woo, so excited. So we actually own the title plant here. We're one of 4 companies across the nation that actually is a direct title company. So the title plant is ours. So they house and through the county all the documents that we have to go look through. And we're talking when you have a property that's 150 years old.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of documentation on that, right? So we dig into that. But that's not all we do. So what's really interesting to me and what I found was kind of crazy, and I'm in awe of our teams, is they don't just do that. They're actually looking at all the funds that come in and all the funds that are dispersed go through titles. So we're really like the main handler of everything that happens. So option and earnest money that comes in, all of the buyer's funds come in, and then we pay off loans, pay the insurance, pay the home warranties, any other things that were agreed upon in the transaction is all paid out through title. And it's not only sending all that out, but tracking it, confirming that it's been done. And so when closing happens, it's just not like that's done. There's a lot of stuff that happens after the funding happens to make sure the transaction is closed. It's pretty cool. It's very interesting.
My goodness.
A lot of moving parts, right? Like that's what I'm always like. These ladies are on the phone talking to the HOA and making sure the numbers are right, the lender, and getting the clear to close.
The amount of like horizontal knowledge that you have to have in real estate as a title rep, in business development, working in title. That's incredible. Talk to us a little bit about the relationship between like you as working in title with real estate agents. Do you deal with loan officers too? It sounds like yes.
Yeah, absolutely. With everybody.
With builders?
Builders. Yes, builders, investors, anybody that is buying and selling real estate, we are definitely partnering with them. And I like to say partner because it is a partnership. Just like if I were building a volleyball team, I would need a setter and hitters and middle blockers and a libero. As a real estate agent, you need lots of people on your team to help close a transaction. So we partner with our real estate agents. I always feel like my job as the business development rep is number one, to connect them to an escrow team that they bond with, they feel like they have the same kind of working ethic, behavior, customer service, communication, all of those things. So we take in personalities. This closer really likes to have fun in the closing, and they're like, woohoo, this is a party, we're excited. And some people just want like, come in, I want to get it signed and make sure, T's are crossed, I's are dotted. So I really dig in to ask questions to figure out like who they would pair with really well, and then connect them to those teams. And then once they're connected to the team, then my job as their business development partner is to say, okay, I've got marketing pieces. I've got tools and resources to help grow your business. So if you're looking to lead gen or farm, we've got as a Fidelity, because we are a Fidelity company.
Got it.
And one of the greatest things about that is that we're the #1 provider in Fidelity of title insurance in the nation.
Wow.
So big company.
So that means you guys, Chicago Title does the most transactions.
Yeah, we are a brand under Fidelity. So Fidelity owned, yes. Austin Title is also here locally is also Fidelity owned, which is really cool. So so we have lots of resources, and what happens is Fidelity actually goes in and vets all these different resources and tools. So we've got different tech partners, like Real Geeks, Commissions Inc. So all of those are partners, which means we can provide that service and really create demos and create that relationship and bridge that for agents by figuring out what is the best fit for them. Like, do I need something that's a, huge lead gen engine that's going to really bring stuff in, or do I want something that's just smaller that fits maybe a small team? So really digging in and learning a little bit more. And then, of course, I like to save people time, energy, and money. That's what systems stands for. So I'm a big systems person. So I want to know what are your systems? What are you doing? Where are you getting your business from? Let's look at that. Is there another leg that we can develop that brings in that more business if that's what you want, if you're wanting to grow? So it's really cool to really have learned a lot of this, because I came in not knowing. I'd only bought, I think, 2 homes. I don't even remember the title companies that I went to, which is one of the things that I'm like, gosh, I want people to remember we had such a great experience. I think our teams do that really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Someone's purchasing their largest asset in that moment, like, take some time to cater to them, right?
Absolutely.
If they want to pop the champagne, let's go ahead and
let's do
that.
it. Yeah, we want to make it an experience and a celebration. I mean, I think
like
that's
this
super, like this. We actually have one of my teams is like a concierge team.
Okay.
And actually a few of our closers do this, but they'll actually go close clients wherever they want to close. So let's say, I know I was laughing because one of our closers went to a teacher's classroom, 2nd grade classroom, and she had posted on social media, I haven't been to 2nd grade in a while, but the teacher couldn't leave to go do the closing, so she went and did the closing with her so she didn't have to miss work.
So there's something there about the closing, right? Talk to us about that, right? The teacher couldn't leave to go do the closing, so is it specific times? Like what that process at the end, or
that's the end.
But like what is it?
That's kind of the final, like putting the ink to the paper, right?
Okay.
So making it all official. It's where the funds are all exchanged, everything comes in and then is pushed out afterwards. So a lot of times, typically we can look at the past, 100 years, people went into the title company to close. So you would go into the office, there's a ton of papers, right? You go through and you have to sign all the papers, and the escrow officer would explain a little bit about all that, what they're signing. The loan officer typically has educated them beforehand too. But it is a process, and so the hours, we're kind of like banker business hours, so typically 8 to 5 every day. And if someone was at work and couldn't leave work, like a teacher typically doesn't have a big break, especially elementary teachers, right? They might not be able to get away 8 to 5. So we have closers that will go to them. I've had closers that come in, after hours to make sure things get done. We can do mail outs. Nowadays they can do some RONs, which are remote online notaries, where you can actually do it through a screen, which is kind of cool, right? Things have we've adapted based on the need of what's been going on in our country. So it's really cool.
Where's the title held or put or secured after the transaction?
So it's the new title policy is mailed to the new buyers, and it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks depending on what's going on, but usually after it's funded, it's about how long it takes, and then we obviously hold it at the title company as well. And that's one of the best things about us is we've been around for 175 years. What we're seeing now, and you guys have probably seen, there's a lot of new companies popping up, tech companies, title companies, all that kind of stuff, and they usually come in. It's really hard. It's a really hard business to build business, and then they don't make it. And so then where does that go? And usually another bigger company will absorb that. But we have been here in this area alone for 160 years.
That's so cool.
We're not going anywhere.
Legacy, baby.
It's really cool, really cool. And it's a well-known national brand. So when I talk to people that aren't in Austin, they're like, oh yeah, I use Chicago Title all the time, back in Arizona or back in California. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. Tell us kind of some of the challenges that you've gone through in this journey with title?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of emotions in buying a house.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that that's the biggest thing is like, I'm not in office all the time.
Yeah.
And so, but you see, like, let's say we're waiting on lender docs to come in and they're, the clients are waiting there to close and they're like, oh my gosh, I just want to make sure I'm going to get it done by 4 o'clock today. So I've seen that, where you have, and then you see the celebration of young families buying their first home, but also selling their home. The market has been crazy here. And the coolest thing is so many people have created so much equity in the last couple of years, and it's life-changing for families. That's probably one of my favorite things I've seen in the last year is that people come in and they're making, if they're a teacher and normally make $50,000 a year and they just sold their home and made $400,000.
Wow.
Right? It's life, and you can see the relief on their face and just the excitement and joy of being able to do that. What a great asset, right? To be able to take advantage of. Yeah, it's really cool.
I love, and to me, what hits home the most out of everything I heard you say is like, the title part is the asset. It's the asset itself, right? It's like the proof.
It's the proof
that this is mine now. I'm sure it took a lot of energy, effort, risk, right? Leap of faith to acquire this title.
Especially in the last couple of years. You think about what buyers and sellers have gone through just to get a home. How quickly the values went up. And now I'm competing with a lot of people, and a lot of people from out of area bringing cash, all cash. And so having to try to compete with that, it really has been a hard market for our buyers here, especially our local buyers. But we have great agents here. I think one of my favorite things about working with real estate agents and lenders is we have people here that really care. They don't just care about the people, but they care about our community. And they want people to come here and create value and love what they're getting. And so they really work hard to make sure they're creating great situations.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You do such good work.
Thank you. I love it. What I do is I meet people, I get to know them, I build a relationship, and then I get to connect them to other amazing people. That is literally what I do, and it's my favorite. And then, I get to help a little bit in business. Sorry, my hand keeps getting I get to help a little bit in business as well and learn how to help people grow. And my favorite thing as a coach was teaching someone something and then them going out and applying it. They don't always get it the first time, right? So it's like, I take a swing, I miss, take a swing, I miss, take a swing. There it is. There it is. And I think that's one of the cool things about real estate agents in this industry, anybody involved in real estate, is they're willing to go out and keep taking swings because they understand it's not a one swing and immediate success. I got to take 500 swings and I'll build success over time. It's a long-term process.
Right? It's a game of failure like baseball.
It is.
You bat 300, you're one of the greats.
Yes.
But it means you're failing 70% of the time.
Yes. I had a coach tell me that. He said when I was in college, I got to A&M and he's like, how many times do you think you should kill the ball out of 10? And I'm like, are you seriously asking me? It's like 10. 10 times. I should get 10 kills if I get 10 sets. And he's like, okay, let's back this up a little bit. He said, your brother plays baseball, right? And I go, yeah. He goes, what's a good baseball average? Well, I knew. I was like, 300. And he goes, okay, so that means 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. And I go, oh, okay. He goes, so what that matters, the scoring on the 3 out of 10, but what are you doing on the other 7? Are you making errors? Are you keeping it in play?
Are you pouting?
Right? That next one, give me the next one, I'll go score again, and that mentality. And I think that right now, especially with what I think we're seeing in the economy and stuff, everybody's gonna have to keep doing that. I'm gonna just have to keep going. Marry the process, divorce the result, keep doing what you're doing. Stay in relationship with people.
Marry the process, divorce the result.
Because you can't be focused on the result, because then you get focused on the transaction, and that's entitled. So I think what we'd like to do, and I like to do for sure, is not focus on, I just want to work with you. No, I want to bring value. I want to add value. I want to build a relationship. We're in this together. That way, when something goes wrong during the transaction, you can call me and say, hey, oh my gosh, this happened. What are we doing here? And I can call my team and go, hey, what's going on? And we can get through it together. And we're wanting to work with each other and for each other. And I think that's super important.
Man, that's amazing. It's been such a wonderful morning walking and talking with
you. I know, woohoo. This is so fun. It's so fun.
How can someone, if there's a real estate agent or someone that wants to connect with you and learn more about title.
Yeah.
How do they connect with you?
Yeah, so you can usually text or call is the best for me. And so I don't know if I should say my number or whatnot.
I mean, definitely an email.
Okay, yeah, email is great. And I haven't changed my name. I just got married in April. Haven't changed it yet.
Yeah.
So my email is still jennifer.kazimirsky@ctt.com.
Okay.
You can go to the Chicago Title website, click on people, and I'm on there as well.
LinkedIn? Is LinkedIn a good
I'm
spot?
on LinkedIn.
Amazing.
I'm on Instagram.
Let's go.
Yeah, so
you did great
Justin
work on
Johnson. Yep, on Instagram, love it. I've been super committed to Reels. I'm doing a 30-day challenge.
Let's
I'm doing one every day. It's crazy. So I have to say, I just have to throw this out there. In the last 4 days, I've done a reel. I've reached 9,000, almost 10,000 accounts.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm like, it is a real deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
a real
reels
deal.
Are real deals.
Yes, and so I've invested in that, making sure I'm doing that because I know agents need to invest in it. So I always say, I'm not gonna ask you to do something yourself that I'm not willing to do myself or haven't done. So I've been doing that, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, Justin Johnson on Instagram. It's a great way. I'm super in the DMs, so if you want to send me a message, we can connect that way as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining
Yes.
us on another episode of the Blended Sense Walk and Talk. Remember, stay up, stay creative, get out there and walk, get those juices flowing, and we will catch you on the next one.